when you look outside, you see a lot of green out there, don't you? All this rain that's been coming up, and this mostly decent weather, except for the past week where it was just so hot. But it's just beautiful outside. All the greenery. But it seems like as the summer goes on, the grass gets a little browner. Maybe some of the bushes may not look so healthy, but them trees keep going. Now, you look at all of these plants. What is the most important part of the plant? The roots. The roots not only gives it the water, the nutrition that it needs, but it makes it stable where it's at. But do all of the plants have the same kind of roots? No, they don't. Some plants have like almost one major root that goes down. Some of the smaller plants, maybe it's more than just one little root, just kind of a little cluster of small ones. But they do not cover much ground. And they might go maybe a couple inches into the ground. Now these plants, they do really good. Like today it's raining. So they're getting everything that they need. But when the rain doesn't happen for a while, these are the first ones to start to dry up because their roots do not spread out far or go deep into the ground. Plus, since it's such small roots, they're easy to be uprooted. Now, some plants, like bushes, they go a little bit deeper into the ground, maybe about a foot, but they spread out wide. Well, when it's raining, they love that because they're getting a lot of water because their roots are spread out everywhere. But as soon as it stops raining, okay, they're going to survive for a little while because they cover quite a bit of ground. They can still draw some nutrients of water from the whole area that's around them. But still, those roots are not all that deep. Now, the drought hits, they can last for a little while longer, but eventually it will affect these bushes. And since the roots are spread out so far, they are quite a bit harder to pull up, but that can still happen. But then you have trees, like the mighty oak tree that we see around here. Their roots, they go 6 foot and even more into the ground. And the limbs that you see hanging out, multiply that by 4, and that's how far their roots spread out. Their roots go down deep into the ground. Raining right now, that's great. But whenever it stops raining and we don't have rain for a while, hitting a little bit of a drought, they're not worried. Their roots run deep. They can still get the water and nutrients they need, even though the top of the ground is dried out. Now, when it comes to the storms that come along, these trees hold up. When the winds blow, they bend a little, but they are still solid where they are because their roots run deep and they run wide. Now, talking about these roots, roots like the bushes. They run a little bit deeper and they run wide across the surface. Well, you have a little bit more faith in sticking with it. But still, those roots are on the surface. Or are your spiritual roots like the mighty oak tree, running deep into God, spread out far across God? Do you know God that well? Are your roots deep into Him? Because if you are pretty stable. You are ready for the storms and the droughts that come into your life. Our spiritual roots are just as important to us as the roots are for the plants outside. That is a very important thing for us. These roots keep us grounded. These roots keep us solid and strong. These roots keep us strong with God. The deeper our roots are into God, the stronger we are. The better we can withstand the storms that come into our life. Because let's face it, this life is full of storms and droughts. Are your roots good enough so you could withstand everything that's throwing at you? Can you stand strong with the problems that go on in this world? The problems that go on in your life. I know some people will say, oh, my roots, my spiritual roots are deep into God. I am good. You can say that all you want, but something to remember, these trees, as long as they are living, them roots are still growing. Our roots should never stop growing into God. As long as we're alive, let's keep digging deeper into God, spreading out as far as we can. We will never outgrow God. There is plenty of room for growth for every single one of us. So if you ever think your roots are good enough, go deeper. Spread wider. Because we can never be too grounded. So let us remember this always. When we look around us and see all the trees, the plants, and everything, remember those parts that you don't see. All the roots that are underground. Let that remind us on our roots. How are they sitting? How grounded are we? Let's keep growing into God. Let us be solid in God. Let us keep that connection going. That connection can never be too strong with God. Stay with Him. Stay grounded. And keep taking in everything He gives us. Because when that drought comes, God will keep feeding us. He will keep giving us everything we need. When those winds blow, He will hang on to us. And let us hang on to Him. When our roots are strong with Him, we can withstand anything that comes at us. So let's keep growing our spiritual roots. Let stronger with God. Have a strong connection, a strong relationship with Him. Then, like the mighty oak tree, we can stand tall and we can stand proud. Because God is giving us everything we need